Welcome to the Pathfinders video program, The Path to Plan Profit. This is part 3 of our 5-part series that explains how your company can survive and prosper in the new economy by adopting our Path to Profit model. The Pathfinders map graphically shows the relationship among 4 support systems: new business, operations, organizational structure, and fiscal control reporting. At Pathfinders, our emphasis is on organizational structure and fiscal control. As we saw in part 2 of this series, points 1 through 4 of the fiscal control side of the Pathfinders map include the chart of accounts, statement format, trend analysis, and the basic business formula. Implementing even these few points will move your company a long way toward tighter fiscal control and increased profit. Companies can no longer rely on a top-line, bottom-line fiscal control approach. Attempting to increase profits by focusing on increasing revenue may have worked in years past, but with today's emphasis on cost pricing, you do not have the luxury of waiting until the company's accountants have completed their annual tax returns, providing you with information over a year old to see if you made a profit. You need timely, accurate information about where your company makes money and where your company loses money. In video 2, you were introduced to the importance of the gross margin percentage. This number, used properly, will set the profit goal for your company. The correct gross margin percentage is determined through the 3-year trend analysis and the basic business formula modeling tools. With this knowledge, all that is required is to establish your true direct costs and then let the calculation suggest a price. Businesses today need to plan their profit and then monitor their actual performance toward achieving that profit. An increase in the gross margin by even a few percentage points has significant leverage to increase the profitability of your company. To demonstrate how this is effective, we often tell the story of Wendy's Widgets. Now, this hypothetical company is a manufacturing firm. They understand their pre-planned profit, and they have a workable budget that at its most simplistic form looks like this. As you can see, they have revenues of $1 million. They have costs of $900,000. They have a pre-planned profit of $100,000, so that their budget is balanced. Now, Wendy's Widgets is considering a capital expansion on machinery. They need a new widget machine. This machine costs $45,000. While they have the management skills and the financial data to certainly qualify for small business loans, the owners feel that they should be able to self-finance this expansion. So they need an additional $45,000 in profit in the upcoming year. Now, there are only 2 ways for a company to increase profit. You either increase your revenue or you decrease your costs. Because Wendy's Widgets has a 10% profit margin, they would have to increase revenue by $450,000 or 45% in the upcoming year in order to generate a super profit of $45,000. A 45% increase in revenue in any one year is difficult for any company. However, if you look at their costs, we see that they are running at 90%. $45,000 will be generated if Wendy's Widgets can reduce their costs over the next 12 months by only 5%. A 5% decrease in costs or a 45% increase in revenues. Here we can clearly see it is much easier to generate this additional profit needed for capital expansion by focusing on the cost of goods sold. A 5% increase in the gross margin percentage has had a significant leverage effect on the profitability of this company. Any company that has to project labor costs needs to understand the importance of what is called labor burden. Now, labor burden is the combined costs of labor that consists of employee wages plus all other indirect labor costs incidental to payroll, which include employee benefits, wages, taxes, insurance, paid breaks, and vacation time, just to name some. On top of this, labor burden should include a productivity factor. Very few companies have their employees working at a productivity level of 80% or better. Increasing productivity, even a few percentage points, leverages your profit significantly. For instance, increasing productivity from 65% to 75% decreases the hourly cost of employees, in this example, from $31 to $26. A $5 savings per employee per hour multiplied by the total number of hours worked per year results in a substantial increase in profit. Pathfinders helps you move your company toward a self-directed team style of management through motivation and incentives. The Job Estimate Worksheet is an important tool to help you plan profit. It is a simple spreadsheet where the projected cost of labor and the projected cost of materials are recorded. Labor cost is the projected hours times the predetermined labor burden. Material is simply the anticipated material cost of the project. However, the key factor in the spreadsheet is your required gross margin percentage. In Part 2, we introduced you to the trend analysis and the basic business formula. From this analysis, we know the gross margin required to generate our planned profit. This spreadsheet helps you determine your suggested bid price to generate your pre-planned profit. Although difficult for most business people, at some point you may have to walk away from a proposed job because it will cost you money. This spreadsheet lets you manipulate labor, materials, and profit so that you know when you reach that point. In the same vein, our how-to guide, The Path to Engineered Profit, and its accompanying workbook, include a modeling tool that restaurants can use to ensure that all ingredients used in a recipe are accounted for and that the planned gross margin is included in the menu price. Like all of our spreadsheets that come with the guide, the menu costing spreadsheet is modifiable. You may have noticed by now that our spreadsheets represent many sectors. There are common questions that run through every type of business. How much money is it costing me to sell my goods and services? How much is my profit? Where is my business making money and where is my business losing money? Our spreadsheet for retail is broken down by departments and by gross margin percentage. Our trucking quote worksheet allows trip quotes to be simply estimated by entering just 4 or 5 factors into the worksheet. Again, we include the gross margin factor in the calculations. These and many other modifiable spreadsheets are included with our guide, The Path to Engineered Profit. In the second part of our Path to Planned Profit series, we showed you how your chart of accounts could be arranged so that the direct costs, which are those that fluctuate directly with revenues, can be segregated from the overhead and the indirect costs. This is key to determining the gross margin percentage needed to produce your planned profit. In this video, we showed you several examples about how you can determine your costs of goods and services. Then, using the gross margin percentage, factor your engineered or pre-planned profit. In the next video, we will discuss how to know whether the planned profit is being achieved. We discuss a simple effective budget worksheet concept and introduce a weekly key indicator report and job status report. Pathfinders Profit Consultants is an international company with offices in Calgary, Alberta and Las Vegas, Nevada. We offer on-site consulting services for companies in Western North America. We offer remote consulting using internet telephony and file transfer to work with clients all around the world in a virtual setting. And Pathfinders offers a how-to guide, The Path to Engineered Profit, written by our founding principal, Robert Elliott. Our webpage, www.pathfindersconsultants.com, is a dynamic site where you can sign up for timely information on business profitability, register for a regional seminar, download free tools, and access our library database of helpful articles and links. The how-to guide, The Path to Engineered Profit, explains each area of the Pathfinders map. The guide and its associated workbook of spreadsheets for 8 different industries can be downloaded from our website for $60 US, which includes a full hour of remote consulting to help you get started. Come visit us and take your first steps on the path to planned profit.